हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक। आज हम अपने इस वीडियो में करेंगे क्लास 7th इंग्लिश द इंग्लिश चैनल बुक का चैप्टर 4 थैंक यू मैम के सॉल्यूशन। इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन का वीडियो भी आपको जल्दी मिल जाएगा। तो चलिए इस वीडियो में हम इसके क्वेश्चन आंसर्स देख लेते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर ए, कैटेगराइजेस द गिवन एडजेक्टिव फॉर द बॉय एंड द वुमेन अंडर सुटेबल कॉलम्स। फॉर वुमेन, understanding, regretful, apologetic, empathetic, and firm. For boy, truthful, courageous, and helpful. Question number B. Read these sentences and answer the questions with reference to the context. First one, instead of taking a full blast, the boy fell on his back. She reached down, picked the boy up by his shirt front, and shook him till his teeth rattled. Question A. What was the boy hoping to do? Was he successful? Answer. The boy was hoping to snatch the woman's purse, but he was not successful as the strap broke, causing him to fall. Question number B. What did the woman do? Answer. The woman reached down, picked the boy up by his shirt front, and shook him until his teeth rattled. Question number C. Were Mrs. Jones' actions surprising or justified? Explain. Answer. Mrs. Jones' actions could be seen as surprising due to their physicality, but they were also justified as a response to the attempted theft. She took immediate action to stop the boy and ensure he faced consequences for his actions. Second reference. Well, you didn't have to snatch my pocketbook. You could have asked to me, ma'am. The water dripping from his face, the boy looked at her. There was a long pause. Question A. Who is Mrs. Jones talking to? Answer. Mrs. Jones is talking to Roger, the boy who attempted to snatch her purse. B. What feeling does the word ma'am imply? Answer. The word ma'am imply respect or acknowledgement of Mrs. Jones' authority. Question C. Why was there a long pause when the boy looked Mrs. Jones? Answer. There was a long pause when the boy looked at Mrs. Jones because he was likely surprised by her unexpected response and was unsure of how to react or what would happen next. The pause could also indicate a moment of reflection or uncertainty of the boy's part. Question number C. Answer these questions briefly. Question 1. Name the boy who tried stealing Mrs. Jones' purse. Was he successful? Answer. The boy who tried stealing Mrs. Jones' purse is named Roger. He was not successful in stealing the purse. Question 2. Explain the meaning of the phrase you a lie. Answer. The phrase you a lie is a colloquial way of saying you are lying. It is an informal expression used to accuse someone of lying or not telling the truth. Question number 3. What happened to the boy after he got caught? Answer. After the boy got caught, Mrs. Jones dragged him into her home, asked him his name, and then instructed him to wash his face. She did not immediately realize him and instead took him to her room, where she offered him food and conversation. Question number 4. What was the boy's intention for stealing? Answer. The boy's intention for stealing was to acquire money or items for himself, specifically a pair of blue suede shoes. Question number 5. What did the boy expect Mrs. Jones to do with him? Answer. The boy expected Mrs. Jones to either turn him over to the authorities or scold him severely. He was surprised when she instead showed him kindness and hospitality. Question number D. Think and write the answers to these questions. First one. If the boy had stolen someone else's pocketbook, what would have been the consequences? Answer. If the boy had stolen someone else's pocketbook, the consequences could have been more severe. He could have faced legal interpretation, such as arrest and charges of theft. Additionally, he may have received a criminal record, which could impact his future opportunities and relationships. Question number 2. Why do you think Mrs. Jones did not ask the boy about his home, parents, and life? Answer. Mrs. Jones may have chosen not to ask the boy about his home, parents, and life because she wanted to avoid embarrassing him or making him feel uncomfortable. She may have also realized that the boy might not want to disclose personal information, especially considering the circumstances of their interaction. Additionally, Mrs. Jones may have prioritized addressing the immediate situation and ensuring the boy's well being rather than delving into his personal background. Question number 3. Smita, from your class, says Mrs. Jones did wrong by cleaning and feeding the boy. He may have been a regular offender and may be telling lies. She should have handed him to the police. Do you agree with Smita? Discuss with your partner or give your opinion. Answer. Regarding Smita's opinion, while it is understandable to consider the possibility that the boy may be a repeat offender or may not be truthful, Mrs. Jones chose to respond with compassion and kindness. It is important to acknowledges that individuals may find themselves in difficult circumstances for various reasons, and addressing the root causes of behavior often requires understanding and support rather than punitive measures alone. Mrs. Jones' action reflect a belief in the potential for redemption and importance of showing empathy towards others, even in challenging situations. Therefore, while involving the police may have been one approach, Mrs. Jones' decision to offer help and guidance to the boy demonstrates a commitment to fostering positive change and addressing underlying issues. Ultimately, it's essential to consider the context and individual circumstances when determining the most appropriate course of action. तो ये तो हमने किए इस चैप्टर के क्वेश्चन आंसर्स. इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन का लिंक आपको जल्दी मिल जाएगा. पसंद आया हो तो लाइक करें, शेयर करें और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें.